Mike. I'm playing here at CrossRoads. Want to get my ass whipped.
Well, we got some demons going on. It's end of turn one. We didn't really get into the deployment because the demons kind of wait. Mike did get his the preferred half. We got the two big guys there. Bloodthirster, Demon Prince in the corner. You can see a couple of what's going on there. My deployment. Going around. And the only thing we've gotten out of casualties the first turn is 2 Hormagaunts have died. That's the end of turn 1. Turn 2 has ended. We've seen the death of the Hive Tyrant thanks to these bad boys back here who just gunned it to death. The Nerdlings have been removed. The Bloodthirster fell in that earlier combat. So the Hormagaunts have prevailed from there. And more Nerdlings have arrived. And we had one casualty as Beast of Nurgle fell on these Hormagaunts. And then we have the other Hormagaunts who've arrived on the wrong flank, but they're here.
Well, I want to recap kind of what was going on in the tournament. I really apologize I didn't get a major completion, but fatigue, having not done that in a while, things weren't really going well for my health. So I was playing pretty much with a very severe headache, so I didn't really complete most of the second round with Mike. Things didn't go very well for him. He had a lot of Plague Bearers, tough to kill Plague Bearers, invulnerable save, feel no pain, except for my monstrous creatures getting some of that. That wasn't really going to happen a lot. So I was really able to kind of just bottle them up, maintain the objectives from the mission point, and really kind of control the game flow from where I wanted to do things. So Mike was also very new. He hadn't played in a while. I mean, he played some 3rd edition as well, but it wasn't up on the rules. So he made some couple tactical errors that kind of fell to basically my ability to take advantage of them. So I was able to win the second round as well, defeating the demon army, because he didn't really have a whole lot of punch. He was really basing on Nurgle, which give you a lot of staying power, very hard to get rid of, but wasn't delivering a lot of death back my way, except for the Defilers. The Defilers really played very well from both of them against my demons, my Tyrannids, because I wasn't able to shoot very well. The T-Rex was a little slow this time, and then he got caught up in close combat. So that was pretty much that. Round 3, I went against Corey. He also plays Tyranids. He plays where I got most of that concept from the Hive Guard, a lot of that testing there. So very shooty Nids versus close combat Nids. Again, a lot of scenario pieces kind of played in the favor for Corey. He was able to really kind of pull things out. Very tough fight. Most of my Nids was in there. I had some very poor difficult terrain moves from my Queen of Blades. So I didn't really get to deliver my big punch part of that. And he did very well at maneuvering around and keeping things at bay that needed to be and directly hitting me what I needed to. So, of course, I'd mentioned earlier in the video that, it's better to kind of set your army up because most people don't play for Tyranids, but in the same essence, I wasn't really planning on playing against another Tyranid player. So it was a bit of a surprise in my aspect, so you can't really always get the best results that you want. But I think overall, I was able to I would place second. Have not done that in a while. The Tyranids performed really well versus all the other armies except other Tyranids, which kind of like really defeats with their own Shadow of the Warp kind of going on against each other. So I was a little limited in that fight, and he had a little bit more. He had the range of the shooting, so. Of course, the Hive Guard negate the Venom Thorps, that aspect, so I didn't really plan on that aspect. So, again, I mentioned Hive Guards are really good. Didn't finish very well. I mean, I played pretty well in the 3rd game. Just fell a little short, a couple dice rolls that really didn't go my way. So, lost the 3rd round. I wish I had some taping, but again, the camera was low. It was hitting back and forth. It was 2 hours per match, three events, 3 games in a day. I just didn't really have the fatigue to basically maintain it. So I do apologize, but I did want to give you guys a wrap up, kind of let you know what happened, where things kind of ended up. So I did finish second. Another Tyranid player finished first. And overall, I think things went pretty well. There are some things I could have definitely done better, especially in the last game. But again, I wasn't really into it as much. My health had really kind of gone down to it. I'm really going to have to think about tournaments and planning for them in the future. But it was overall very fun, very worthwhile, very learning, and I hope you guys can get some aspect. Reviewing some of these tapes as well, I think we like the first battle port a lot more, especially for myself. It's very difficult to follow a lot of the action, so I'm really kind of stuck with these recaps. and they're really going to be kind of vague with a lot of things there. So I really like the first battle report. At least you can follow a lot more on how things are kind of transgressing. I'm going to get Dave back on a battle report, hopefully pretty soon. Really enjoy playing with him. Mike I had never played with before, so he's pretty relatively new. And Corey I don't really play often, because he's another tournament player, so not really something that I look forward to playing, something I really play against a lot. I like to see different armies. So Dave we want to try to bring in. I got another one lined up pretty soon with a couple of the Spectres. And one of them is a real interesting guy named Steve who plays Demons, which is a beautiful army. I want to get a battle report up ready for him. But I do hope you at least kind of got some aspect out of this and a bit of an understanding of what was going on. And if you have any questions, set some comments below, and I'll try to answer them when I can. Thanks.